Well, hello there, collectors. Welcome to video unboxing number 47. I know that we haven't had a video for the last 2 weeks, and as usual, we got videos to see whether I'm dead or not. But I can assure you, I'm still alive and kicking. The reason that we didn't have any videos was because we had a pack for the Great Mac Show, and then we went to the Mac Show last week. So we're going to show you things that came in to the show, as well as boxes that came in while we were gone. And I want to take a moment to really thank all the people that came to the show. Many of them new collectors that I had never met before. I gotta light a cigar though. Ah, that's good. And it was a real pleasure to meet some of these people, as we may have corresponded with email and so forth. So it was great. And I also want to thank all the people that somehow remembered to bring poor old Whitman a cigar too at the show. I got a lot of cigars and some really good ones, so I really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. And that, I'll drink to you cigar people. First of the day. Yeah, that's a good one. And then one other thing, a man at the Mac Show, he asked me to wish a happy 55th birthday to Debbie. So, Debbie, I hope you have a great 55th birthday. You're still a young girl at that age, so keep it going, honey. All right, so right before I start with this, I remember I was telling you in the past Mac shows some of the stupid things that Tom Johnson and I did when we were first getting started, because we didn't know how to really run a show. And one of the stupidest, I think, and it's worth repeating, it was, I think, the first show in Louisville in 1985, and a guy called me on the phone.
St. Louis.
Or St. Louis, you're right, Ob, sorry. It's a good thing we have Ob back here to keep me straight. But this guy called me on the phone, and he said that he represented a veterans group in St. Louis, and they wanted to raise some funds for the veterans group, and would we allow them to have a raffle? And I said, well, that sounds okay. What are you going to raffle? And I think he had a 76 Winchester, one of those rifles with everybody wants one of them. So I thought, well, gee, that sounds like a good thing. And I said, well, since you're a veterans group, we'll give you the table for free also. So he thanked me. So when the show got started, this group had set up their stand at the table with this Winchester 76, and they were selling raffle tickets, and the show ran Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And their little sign said that the drawing would be on Sunday, and you did not have to be present to win, and all that kind of stuff. And I forget how much a raffle ticket was. I assume it was $5, I guess, in those days. So this this group raffled these tickets for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so then in Sunday, when the show started, it was around 11 or 12 o'clock, and a guy comes up to me and he says, where's this raffle going to be? I said, what do you mean? The guy's table is over aisle so-and-so. He says, no, there's nobody there. I said, what? And I went over there, and here it was nothing but a big scam. It was not a veterans group. It was just a big scam to steal money. Now, of course, what I should have done is to call the organization or look the organization up to make sure that it was authentic, but I didn't. So that's some of the really stupid things that you can do running a show, and I have no no idea how much money these guys stole, but I can assure you they probably are still using that Winchester 76 to have other raffles. I don't know. But anyhow, we'll get on with the unboxing, I should say. And let's see, we'll start with a pretty big box here. I got my my Bob Burns cutter here, a brand new one, so it should work well. We'll see. See what we got here. First man. Yes, sir. Looks like we got a little letter. And, looks like some stuff in here. Good bubble wrap. Well, we'll start out here up. Nothing to write home about, but not a bad police bayonet here. Got a nice blade, and let's see, SUV, SDU, yeah, it looks like the numbers match on it, and it's by F.W. Huller. I've told you guys this before, but for those of you that may not have heard, with police bayonets, they were originally about 17 inches long, and they also had a clamshell on them, and they were made during the Weimar time for the Weimar police. And when the Nazis came to power and Himmler took over the police in 1936, they took the clamshells off and shortened the blade to 13 inches. And you can tell that if you look, you'll see that the fuller runs all the way to the tip. On regular blades, the fuller will stop well short of the tip, and that's a sure sign that the blade's been re-tipped. But on this one, it was a very good job. In fact, it was an outstanding job. It almost looks factory. So that's a nice bayonet. Let's see what else we got here. Assorted things. Well, it looks like a Luftwaffe dagger. It's in nice condition. Nice orange grip, good scabbard. Yeah, good blade. And this one is produced by the Carl Eichhorn firm. So that's a nice desirable example there. And let's see what else is in here. Well, it looks like we got an SA dagger. And let me put this Luftwaffe back. It looks like an early, get this right, yeah, it looks like an early piece here. I'm just guessing again, Ob, but by the shorter scabbard mounts, see how that's shorter than most, and the way the cross guards are, this looks like it'll be a pack dagger, but I don't know, but we'll see. It's got good anodizing, good grip, decent blade, yeah, pretty nice. Not bad at all. I'm right again, and it is a pack dagger. See that there, collectors? The EP&S with the hammering Siegfried. Okay, collectors, we had to take a little break because the UPS man was here with more stuff. So it just keeps coming in. So we'll see what else is next in this box. Yeah, there's a real decent RAD hewer. You can see it's got the early nickel hilt with the silver plated fittings. See how the fittings have toned down nice with a real nice grip, and the scabbard shows some wear, but looks still pretty good on the obverse original paint. Wow, and there is one small ding on the bottom, but nothing compared to most of them, so that's kind of nice. See how the blade looks. Yep, good blade with the motto on it, Arbeit Adult. And let's see who made this one. Oh yeah, it is an early piece. See that early 33, 35 Carl Eichhorn mark? So that was the highest quality that could have been made in those early years. So that's a nice thing. There's good stuff in this box. Nothing rare, but you know, it's good entry-level things in nice condition, and they're the kind of things you want to buy. Remember, buy things in nice condition. What do we got here? Oh, we got an army dagger. It looks like it's got a Luftwaffe knot on it that's kind of frayed. The scabbard is kind of late looking, and it has what we call the generic A crossguard, but a very nice orange grip. Grip looks nice, doesn't it, Ob?
Yeah, almost looks glass.
Yeah, let's see who made this baby here. Oh, no maker on it. But still a pretty nice dagger. Yeah, I like that grip though. That really gives it some pizzazz. So that's good. I don't know if there's any more in here or not. Oh, there. Oh, something else yet. A fireman bayonet. Well, you know, we see a lot of these, but this one looks in nice condition. Good scabbard paint. Nice frog. Scabbard is nice on the back too. And yeah, nice blade made by the Horster firm. So that's not bad for if you need a fireman's bayonet. Everybody's got to have a long one and a short one in their collection. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Oh, one more thing. Let's see what this is. Oh, another common dagger, but it looks like a nice piece with early fittings and the original Portapee. Nice color grip. Let's see who the maker of this one is. It's an early eagle there. No, it's an early Carl Eichhorn. And not a bad dagger. Good starter pieces here, guys. So there we go. That's that batch, and we'll put these away and see what's in the next box. Let's see what this is. Yeah, these Bob Burns cutters. Well, when they're new, they work good. Let's see here.
Another customer.
Another customer, yep. Let's see here, we got a little letter. This is one of those things that I like a lot, but sometimes I get some grief about it, but here what we got.
Grief about what?
Well, I think it's one of the Olympic knives.
No.
By the letter. And these babies are 100% original, no matter what you hear from some guys that deny to the death that they're not, but here we go. This looks like a nice one too. Yeah, this is a real nice one. They're from the 36 Olympics in Berlin. They have the Berlin Bear and a slogan on the blade, and then the Olympic rings in color. This one has a stag grip with a good insignia in it. And let's see, we got a scabbard here that...
It's really mint too.
Yeah, and the scabbard's in pretty nice condition also. think they said there must be a... Yeah, there's a bag with this one too. Remember, collectors, these were left over.
Don't cut the bag.
No. And were discovered after the wall came down in the late 90s, still left over in a company in the East. Yeah, here we go. Just take it out of here. There we go. There's the bag that goes with it. And then they made a little rubber stamping that it's one with the inscription on the blade, so it'll be easily identifiable. So that's a...
Always Voos, right?
Yeah, Voos. Yeah, see the Voos on the back. Absolutely original, collectors. So I'm glad to have that nice piece. See what we got coming up next. Yep. All right, next box. Let's see here. Let's see what this is. Uh-oh. Got that popcorn here, look out. Need a drink for that. Yeah. Now, what the devil we got here? Maybe it's just full of popcorn. Yeah, it was just a spacer. Yeah, this cardboard here must have something cool inside of it. Have to be careful we don't...
No, there's something inside that tube. I could see it.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
All right, we'll look again.
Because you're pounding it.
Yeah, pound a bit, yeah. Oh, this is some kind of a document. Wow. Wow. We'll have to translate this, collectors, but you're looking at an original Himmler signature here on a document.
Here, I'll scroll down it.
Yeah.
See if anybody feels like reading it. Why did you turn it? No.
Well, you can go down it. And you think there's something in this tube, huh? Oh, we also see that there's more on the back of this Himmler signed document. So we'll have to translate this and see what it is. But whatever it is, just an original document signed by Himmler is a rare thing and very, very desirable. And then Robbie was right. Inside this tube that I was pounding on, here's an original U.S. Army document. I want you. That's cool, huh?
Yeah, that looks original to me.
Oh, it's original.
It's in great shape.
It really is,
you beat it up, yeah.
Yeah. I want you.
We got one of you back there behind you too, don't we? On the wall?
Yeah, I think so. Uncle Sam pointing his finger at you. I think there's something like that with my head on it somewhere. But anyhow, that's those are two very, very nice things, and I'm glad to have them. So thank you, sir, for sending them.
I don't think I've ever seen the original one.
The I Want You, I don't think I have either. So they can't be rare, but we don't deal that much in U.S. stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
Here's a thing that's on top, and I'll grab it. because I think it's really a neat box. If you look at this box, it goes this way. You see there's a wreath, then the SS runes, a set of crossed rifles, and a LAH cipher there with swazes in the corner. And the box has a dedication on the front. It was a first prize in a shooting contest that was held by the LAH, and the man's name who was awarded it is on there. And it's a beautifully made box, and maybe the reason for that is that, let's see, yeah, if you look right here, the box was made by Otto Gar. Now, most of you collectors know that Otto Gar was the party jeweler. He made the Deutschland Airwalk standards. He made the silver hilts for the Himmler honor swords, and the LAH would certainly be close to Gar. And apparently early on, this prize goes back to 1935. The LAH called Gar to make this shooting prize box. So I think it's a pretty cool thing.
Is there anything on the lip?
If there is, I can't see it. Maybe it's just DRGM or something.
It's a DRGM, yeah. Let's see if I can get that.
But what's interesting too with this box, the inside, these will be sold extra, but here's a pair of SS cufflinks, and these are the type that apparently you could buy in the SSPX, and if you look on them, you'll see that they both are RZM marked. An original set of SS cufflinks there. Something you don't see very often. Get them up?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then another thing that we don't see very often. You say, "Oh, it's Red Cross, just Red Cross." Oh yeah, it's Red Cross, all right. But how many times have you seen a Red Cross helmet? It's still got all of the original kind of a dark blue finish. Got a couple of tiny little things in it, but the decal is just about 100%, and the chin strap is still on it. It's got the air vents on there. It's a lightweight type helmet, and then on the inside, the headliner is in perfect condition with the original drawstring and so forth. So that's a for you guys that collect helmets, or you're into Red Cross things, this would make a really nice addition to your collection. I like it I like it a lot. It's a nice original item. Alright, we'll go to the next box. This box is pretty heavy.
Maybe it's that 4,000 tinny collection that I've been hearing about.
Oh my God, I hope not. Yeah, you're right, it could be.
You never know.
I don't really recognize the man's name, but wow, I hope it's not that. I never know what to do with all these tinnies that we get. You guys, there's some of you out there that collect them, I'm sure. But the problem with them is to write them up on a website. You know, the tinny may be worth 15 or 20 bucks, and it probably cost us $50 or $60 to put anything up on the internet. So the only way to really sell them is to do it in groups, which is what I sometimes do with them. Sometimes I don't even get to them because I keep, there's more work, and I'm not figuring out how to get this damn box open, but I think I'll just go this way. See what happens. Yeah, that worked out all right. Oh, collectors, I'm sorry. What this is, these are all of my books, and a collector told me that that he had bought all my books, not from me, and he was wondering if I would sign them for him, which I'm happy to do. And here he sent me a return postage, so so there we go. That's a waste of your time.
I thought
know,
you got in a
guys.
beef with him and he's sending all your books back. we've seen that before once or twice.
Yeah. Somebody's always mad at you. All right. Well, now I know what that heavy box is.
You sure you don't want to go through each one page by page?
Yeah. Well, I think that's nice that he wanted my esteemed autograph.
It's a lot for that shipping charge. Ain't no joke.
No, because the 4 books are very heavy. I personally think it's probably rarer to have one of my books that's not signed.
You stole that off of me. That's one of my lines.
All right, well, let's see what's in the next book. Next box. I'm getting drunk already here. See what's in the next book. I'll see what this is. Looks well packaged. Oh boy. Looks like a lot of bubble paper here. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's all right. We like bubble wrap.
All right, collectors, we're getting here with this. This thing is really heavy. We got it out of the box now, and Robbie thought it was a Thanksgiving turkey or something, but I don't think so. Let's see if we can get the rest of it here. This thing is heavier than those books were in the last box. Whatever it is, it's no joke. I give this collector credit. He knows how to wrap things that are heavy and probably fragile too. I wish I knew how to unwrap them as well, but doing the best I can. Well, here we go. We still got more to go here. And this thing's heavy. Well, looks like something made out of marble. That looks like marble to me. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Wow. Oh my. Wow. Obviously, guys, this is a desk set with inkwells in here. It looks like the top of one of it is missing, but and then there's a calendar with it where it looks like one of those adjustable calendars, and I'm not sure what this part is for. And then there's a dedication here from Himmler himself. And the collector has given me a translation here. Himmler says, "Men are knights of the order, H. Himmler." So this is obviously an inkwell set that was a gift from Heinrich Himmler himself. So I think it's kind of a very
You sure there's no top to
special
this
item
pillar?
up here. I don't know what could have gone here.
Is there anything inside the wrapping? I hope?
There's a little hole here.
Yeah.
There may have been something that went
Like
there.
an eagle in there.
I don't know what that.
That's an early. That's an early swaz too.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Aha! See?
Boy, that I'm telling you, you're better than me with this stuff.
That's just a nice eagle.
Well, let's see what it is.
SS runes, maybe.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, that goes on there. It's got to be put on there. As a finish off point. We can fix that. That's not a problem. But that's quite something, isn't it, collectors? All black marble and very beautiful. Men are knights of the order, H. Himmler. It sounds like something that old Heinrich would say, don't you think? And I would think this is a very early piece too. Robbie's right by the static type swaz on it.
Can you tilt it back a little bit so I can see the calendar a little better? Watch that eagle.
You this way?
Oh, jeez.
This way or?
No, lift it up towards you.
Oh, that eagle. No problem. I'll put that
A
on.
little more. Yeah. Okay.
Is that a calendar, is it? It
Sure.
looks like it.
Yeah.
There's adjustable numbers on it and stuff. I don't know how you work it. I don't want to break it. But... And then this flips up for the ink pens.
I love the color of the marble too. It's very nice.
I like the color too. I think it's quite an attractive set there. Okay, we'll get this out of here and we'll go on to the next thing, guys. Oh, not light at all. Still with us, guys? Sorry for all of this. Sometimes it's not as easy in these boxes as it seems to be. And
We forgot the little eagle.
let's see. That was that.
Dad, you forgot the eagle.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would help, huh? Ruin the thing already. Lose that. All right, and now I'll show you some of the things that I bought at the show. There's nothing real rare here, but a lot of good basic stuff. And with all the new collectors coming into the hobby, I think this is what they want to get started. So I'll show you. I got a couple boxes full of stuff here that I bought. We'll try to go over it fairly quickly, and here's a, well, this is a rare item here. First off, notice the length of the chain. It's really a very, very long chain. And studying it with the links and all, you can see where it was worn with this chain, as there's quite a bit of wear in the links with it. On both links you can see the wear on it. I don't know why it would have this really long chain. Perhaps the original wearer was a very tall man. The leather is still in nice condition. You can see that it's a mid-period piece. Remember I told you they have this fat throat on the bottom of the crossguard? Plus, these are not the medallion insert type sun wheels. They're the type that are cast into the fitting. And then on the reverse of this, this is cool. This is the Luftwaffe regiment of the man that it belonged, the Bolka regiment, which is easy to look up. Quite a famous Luftwaffe regiment. Can you get that good up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a cut down, doesn't it? Sort of the same.
No, it's not a cut down. It's not. What's interesting too on this the handle of the sword that pierces the wings has a little sun wheel in it too.
Oh, I gotta see if I can get that. Hold on.
It does.
I believe you. Wow, that is tight.
Yeah.
It's there. You're right.
You get that one? That's really a little thing, but
yeah, it's close enough.
yeah. And then the best part on this is a beautiful double-etched blade, which is made by the Carl Eichhorn firm. Probably the blade was meant to be worn. This is the reverse of it because the trademark is on the reverse, and it's a style with the branches under the eagle.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll see, but. And then on the other side, it has a real nice
yeah, that's
floral pattern.
Yeah, that's correct the way it is, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is I notice also too the carrying rings are much bigger than they are normally. So this is quite a dagger here, of absolute original. And something that
no dedication, or it's not a prize, or
no, just the Bolka crest. But I think it's a pretty cool piece. So that's one. This is a nice social welfare officer. So you know these by the rounded holes instead of the normal rectangular holes. That's the sign of a social welfare. And the dagger hasn't been exposed really because it still has its yellow grip. And the knot is also original to it. If you look up the prescribed regulations for tying the knot, that is exactly how it was supposed to be done. And I think it has a nice mint blade in it also. So that's a very, very nice example, a real keeper. I like that a lot. And well, I guess we always get. Yeah, but this is kind of interesting. You say, oh, it's just a bayonet, and it is just a bayonet. But if you look at it, note that there's spanner nuts instead of rivets, and holding the grip plates. And then on the other side, there's the rivets that connect to the spanner nuts. That's very unusual to see on a standard bayonet. And then when we look at the blade, say, oh, it's just a normal blade, short blade with a narrow filler. But look who made it. And I'll bet you guys have never seen an Asculip bayonet before. I never have. I think that's really something kind of special. And then on the other side of the blade, tell me when we can flip it, Ob.
Okay.
On the other side, it has all the details of Asculip from Tutligan and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just a bayonet. But when have you seen one by Asculip and made with rivets and spanners holding the grip? So for guys that specialize in bayonets, I think that's a pretty interesting example. I like it anyhow. So that's that piece.
Yeah, that's rare, Pop.
I think it is. It's different. And,
But then you get guys that, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we see them all the time. Yeah, oh yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. This this is something that is worth talking about. I bought this miniature SS dagger, and these are the only miniatures of SS's that I found over the years that are original. They never come with scabbards. The hilt is all one piece aluminum with the grip painted. They have the motto on the blade, and then they also have the RZM code with SS, and it's a 36 date. So if you're a miniature collector or an SS collector, these are, in my opinion, the only originals that were ever made. We see these around once in a while, but they've been getting kind of scarce lately. So that's a kind of a nice thing. Thought I'd show that to you. Got that at the show, and it's another one that's a miniature naval that you saw in the show video, so I won't show you that again. And then this next piece I bought at the show, I love these. It's a Bavarian hunting cutlass from around the turn of the century, and they always, the Bavarian ones you can tell because they have a lion's head, and a lot of times they're done in a black finish like this piece.
Yeah, I like these ones.
Yeah, and beautiful grip, beautiful stag grip, good leather. And then the blade is plain, but wow, look at the condition of that blade. Absolute mint. Really, really a beautiful preserved piece. And it's not marked, and it's same condition on the reverse. Just a really nice Bavarian cutlass.
Sure it's not marked inside the clamshell?
I don't know about that. No, I don't see anything there. No. But that's a good one too. This is just a junker that I bought. It's a real junker, but it's cheap. It's got wood grips, and the scabbard. The paint's not too bad, but the blade is really. This guy used this,
yeah.
And it looks like he opened a lot of cans with it, and who knows what he did with it, but it's original, and as I say, it'll be priced accordingly. Next we have a really nice super DLV glider pilot. Look at the leather's perfect, and the leather hanger is also perfect, and it's got the belt loop, and it also has a grip retainer loop on it, which is different from the SA ones. I've never seen that. See how the buckle is and all? I've never seen one of these before, so that's a very, very rare little accoutrement there. And the other back side is in the same fine condition. Beautiful all throughout. Really nice, and as we would hope, look at that blade, guys. Really, really nice.
SMF?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Ta-da! Early Carl Eichhorn.
Oh, come on.
Beautiful. That real early 34.
Turn it towards me a little bit, please. Now spin it. There.
But that's a...
Now you don't see that too often.
No.
I can't recall ever seeing an Eichhorn.
And the condition, and with these accoutrements, and the leather's perfect, all original.
Yeah, that's a rare piece.
I thought it was. I forgot to tell you. Look at the throat, the markings on it.
Let's take a
All
look.
that stuff. Isn't that cool? Did you get that up?
Yeah. I think this guy's name's on there, maybe. I'm not sure.
A
Anything?
lot of stuff on that throat.
Anything on the crossguard on the dagger?
Well, it's got the K, and it's also got a Waffen amp on the other side of the crossguard, and there is a Waffen amp on the scabbard throat too. That dagger just it just has everything.
see anything.
It's there.
That's a tough shot.
You see it at all, or? It's on the center one, I believe.
I just can't.
Well, take my word for it. It's whopping amped on the cross guard as well as the scabbard throat.
Okay.
So that's you're looking for the best in DLV. This is about it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
And
Plus, you
here's
said there
another
wasn't
one.
anything rare in there.
No, there's not. They're just,
No,
well, I don't know. Here's another one that's really, really nice too. I got lucky finding these at the show. Look at all the frosting that's still on the fittings. It's really nice, and the original leather is perfect, and the hanger is still in great shape, and this has a belt loop too, which exactly matches the leather of the hanger. See that? That's not some SA belt loop somebody put on there. That's the belt loop that was worn with it. That's a rare accoutrement. I get people always asking me for DLV belt loops, and they're just not around. And then the reverse is in the same condition. Really nice. Really a beautiful, beautiful dagger. And it, I think it has a nice blade too. Yeah, nice blade. Maybe not full mint, but very close to it. And this one is your SMF fob.
Yeah.
We see a lot of SMF DLVs. And then it's got the DLV stamping in the throat there, right in the corner. You can see that.
Yeah.
So that's a nice piece too. And I like this one a lot, guys. Look at the condition of that RLB. It is just great. The lacquer's still on the grip. All of the enamel is in the button, and it still has all of the silvering with it. The scabbard paint is really beautiful. The fittings here are solid nickel, and that's because this piece was made by WKC. Most of their RLBs will have solid nickel fittings. I'll show you the reverse of it. It's just about as nice. The hanger strap's still in good condition. Look at that grip, huh? Wow. And then the blade, ta-da! They just don't come any better than that. That blade is incredible. Stone cold mint. And the other side is just as nice. Beautiful. And with WKC, their tradition was to put their insignia on the obverse of the blade. So it will be, it's under the crossguard here, which you won't see. Now if I took this off and decided to reverse the blade, guess what? The fittings wouldn't fit. Because I've tried it before, not with this example, but with other RLBs from WKC. It was made to be that way, so don't be turning the blade around. That's the way it's supposed to be. Isn't that a nice dagger? You like that one, Ub?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Moving right along. Well, here's just a spectacular condition second luft. Look at the scabbard and the fittings and the grip, and just really, they just don't come any nicer. It looks to me like there may have been a name on here.
Definitely.
But it's hard to make out because the blue is still all there, and look at the blade, just fantastic. Really a beautiful blade. This one is unmarked.
Let me see the back of the crossguard again. Just want to see if I can pick up.
I don't think you can really get anything on that one. It's tough. I tried to look at it. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's an
But
odd
there's
one.
something there, though, isn't there? So that's a cool dagger.
Oh, he probably scratched his name off when the Russians were coming.
And here's another one that's really beautiful that I put it in the scabbard backwards this time. I'm always blaming that on other people, but it's good silvered scabbard, good grip. See those big, heavy dots on the back? Those are typical generic fittings. And you can tell generic from the front too, because the wings come over the top of the wings comes over the wings. Can you see that there? It kind of cantilevers a little bit. So and let's see who made this one. Wow, another just super blade. Oh, there's one you don't see, guys. There's a Carl Julius Krebs. That's really a rare maker for luffs. And the blade is nickel plated, that's why it's so nice. It's not a standard polished blade.
It's upside down, but I got it.
You got it? Okay. Alright, and one more Luftwaffe in here, and this one's an absolute screamer. There you go, guys. For you guys looking for gilded swazes, this is an SMF, and they just made they made beautiful things, and for some reason the gilding held up on their product. Beautiful grip, beautiful fittings, the typical SMF scabbard with those aluminum bands, and I think it's just as nice on the other side. Yep. See the gild on that swaz? Very, very desirable.
Yeah, it's really
Really nice. And let's see how the blade looks. Oh! Alright guys, here you go. Look at that blade. Nickel plated blade, absolutely stone cold mint. And then who's it going to be? Ah! I'm talking about it's a Wiresburg. I'm sorry. I should have said Wiresburg. I meant Wiresburg, but they made great second looks as well as SMF. And you can see too that it has a Waffen amp on the blade. Just a beautiful thing. They don't get any better than this. If you're looking, and look at this too, how the silvering is still bright where the crossguard covered it. But if you're looking for the best of the best in a second model Luft, that would be the one to buy. Still got more in this little box. We have the Hitler Youth knife. It's got a nice outside, really good plating, nice insignia. The scabbard might be a repaint, but it's a pretty good job. It looks nice. And oh, real good blade on it. See, we don't see blades like that very often on youth knives, so I think that's kind of special. And let's see who the producer is. Oh, M72, that's Emil Voos. No wonder it's so nice. You got to watch Emil Voos Hitler Youth knives too. There's a lot of reproductions with their mark on it, but that's not one of them. And this reminds me when during the Mac show, during the first day, we were very busy at our booth, and then somebody came over and said, "Did you see all those Hitler Youth knives that guy had?" And I said, "No." I said, "Where are they?" He says, "Oh, they're all on the other side of the hole, but they're all sold." I said, "Well, what was it all?" He said the guy brought in 400 Hitler Youth knives, and he put them in piles for $300, $400, and $500. and there were incredible pieces in there. So there were the early pack pieces with the special hilt, and early Eichhorns with the 1929 trademark, and just I can't even imagine what was all in it. And 200 of them sold immediately, and then Alex from Russia got over there and he bought the other 200. So I never did get a chance to see any of them, but if you start to see Hitler Youth knives coming out from a lot of dealers, dimes to donuts, that's where they came from. Can you imagine that? 400 Hitler Youth knives, all in one spot. Man. Well, that's how things happen, and I can't be everywhere, so I missed it. But oh, and here's a nice thing that I bought too. That this is a fighting knife, and it has a nice scabbard and so forth. And but look at that blade. Did you ever see a fighting knife with a blade in that condition? It still has all the grain. It's never been sharpened. It's like brand new. It has the S mark on the ricasso, which was an Army mark. So this was not a Luftwaffe one. It was an Army one. And it's in the same condition on the other side. You just never see fighting knives in that condition, and it becomes special for that reason. Because, you know, if you were issued a fighting knife and you were in the war, that was something, you were using that baby for a lot of things. You didn't keep it in that kind of condition. And then lastly in this box, I bought a nice SS early armband. It's a woolen one, and it's got the separate satin field and the separate swaz.
Can you put it back on the light? You can't see it. It's kind of...
Yeah, good idea, Hub.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, there you see it, and it's not totally perfect. I mean, it looks mint at first glance. There's a tiny little moth hole right there.
A few nips. Yeah.
Just a nip, and there's another one right here, right there. But it's... we can overlook that, and then it has the...
Sorry, there wasn't a war going on or anything.
Yeah, that's right. And it has the paper tag, a correct SS paper tag.
It's a
and
nice armband, you kidding?
it's a very nice armband. It was expensive, but...
they're very rare to find anymore.
You can't... this was the only one at the show that I could find. Armbands in general are getting sucked up very quickly. And SS ones,
especially SS, yeah.
Forget it. It's just really hard to find. So I like that. All right, and now I have another little box of things that I bought. Are you still awake? I hope it's not too long, is it? I hope not. I know these aren't real rare daggers, but I think when you see them in good condition like this and all, it's
yes, they are. They just, sorry you don't have any high leaders in there, but they're still rare daggers.
All right, collectors, I still got another box of stuff that I got at the Mac show, so if you want to go through it, it's fine. If not, if it's too long, I understand, but I'm just doing my job. So here we go again. Just a basic Luftwaffe with a knot, a very, very fine blade, and this one, boy, you won't find a rarer maker than that on a Luftwaffe.
What is it?
It's with the cross keys. It's F. Herder.
Oh, yeah.
You very, very rarely see that.
It's mint, too.
It's mint, yeah. So that's a very, very nice dagger.
Don't go that fast. I can't get the shop if you're going that fast.
And I'll show you and then another Luftwaffe. This one's got the straps and the knot. The knot's pretty frayed, but it's the original knot. And the straps are okay. They've got a little fraying in the back too. But this is a very nice piece. Again, a nice mint blade. I like it a lot. A nice scabbard, and there's only one screw there in the scabbard, guys. So what kind of dagger you think it's going to be now? What kind of?
Eichhorn.
No, WKC. WKC was the one that used just one screw. So there you go. That's a very nice piece.
The Eichhorn Armies have one screw in the back.
No, they're WKC too.
Were they cheap or something at WKC with the one screw?
That was a way of saving money. They didn't do it when they first started out, but they around 36 or 37 they did. This is
Good way
this
to
is
judge the vintage of the dagger too, though.
yeah. This is a real killer too that I think is nice. Has the original Porta-P. If you look closely at the crossguard, that's one of those first model crossguards that Eichhorn made, and the scabbard bands are also convex. That was the first type scabbard that Eichhorn made too. And then the grip is very subtle looking. I don't know what that material is, but it's different from most that you see. See that grip? Isn't that pretty? And the silvering is absolutely perfect on this example, and voila, the beautiful blade, just perfect with the Eichhorn trademark. So if you're looking for a first style Eichhorn Army with all the original accoutrements still on it, well, the Porta-P anyhow, that's a killer. Got another Army here. This one, this is the one screw test again, Ob. And then you can look at the crossguard and see that hatchet beak there.
That's all I needed to see, that hatchet beak. Yeah.
So we know that's a WKC with a beautiful grip, beautiful WKC scabbard, and absolutely mint blade. And on this one, the scabbard, the blade is in there with the trademark on the obverse, which was probably the way it was made. I doubt that this dagger was ever apart. Remember I told you WKC likes to put their trademark on the obverse of the blade. So there you go. Nothing throwing here, but just here's another piece that the grip really carries the piece. Got a little ding there, and this scabbard is still good. It's highly patinated, and notice how the grip's a little lighter on the reverse than the obverse. Obviously the dagger was sitting up this way with the sun shining on it sometime in its life, and this one, who's a Puma. Blade is pretty nice on it, not full mint, but still nice enough.
Let me see that Puma trademark.
Puma, there it is. It's a nice dagger, not high priced, and but a good basic starter. Get that, baby?
Yep.
All right, so that's a good one, and still another Army. This one I like a lot. It's got nice generic A hilt fittings and pommel and a white grip, and the scabbard has a nice tone to it that contrasts a little bit with the bands. And this one, if I remember correctly, is a pretty rare maker. Yeah. This one is an H coping. You don't see that very often at all. And when I think back over the years, the few copings I've had, all of them had white grips. So that's the way they seem to have been made.
That's the beer mug, right?
Yeah. The blade is not completely mint, but it's not bad.
Rare maker, though. Well,
very rare maker, yeah. And desirable. So that's a good one. Oh, got another Army dagger. Oh, well. Well, here's your standard Eichhorn, guys. For somebody that just wants a basic Eichhorn dagger, this is the last type crossguard they made, and the last style scabbard. Good orange grip and Eichhorn pommel. You can see there's not a lot of wear to it because the the back of the cross guard is still very, very nice. And of course, a super blade on it. And then on the reverse, the 3541 trademark. But a very nice basic eichhorn, and if you're going to collect daggers, you got to have at least one of those in your collection. And wow, finally an SA. It's really SAs are really getting tough at the show. They were always gone before I got there. Everybody's looking for SA daggers. This one, it's not too bad. The fittings are nice patina, nice grip, decent anodized scouring. It's got a crushed ball though. There's nothing worse than a crushed ball, especially if it's on you.
Except for two.
Except for two, yeah. Yeah. But it's not a bad piece. It's what, a WF group of mark. And the blades, it's okay. It's still bright. And this is Schmidt. Those were the guys with the church logo. It's not a real rare motto, but you don't see it too often.
Sure it is.
Yeah, it's pretty rare, I guess. So that's a good SA for you guys looking for makers out there. And I won't spend much time on these, but I bought them because both of them were in nice condition. They're 2K98s. Both of the numbers match on both pieces, and the blue is pretty good on both of them. Let's see when they were made. One was made in 44. This one was made in 44. And this one was made in 42. It's a WKC. And this one is a Horster. But they both got the frogs and so forth. And the blades are good too, but I won't show them in the interest of time. And then a decent RAD I bought. It's an early piece, has original paint on it, and good fittings. It's not mint, but it's very collectible. Good stag grip, and the blade is nice on it with the Arbite Adult. And this was made by Ed Wusthoff, yeah. So that's not a bad basic piece. You know, if you're looking for an RAD, we used to have dozens of them. Now we got 2 left or something, right, Ob? It's just amazing.
I don't even think that.
Yeah, just and then I'm going to sell this separately too. This was the hanger that was on that RAD. This is that real early hanger where it's just the leather here. You know, the later ones had that bullet form on the bottom with the nickel clip. The early ones were all leather, and the problem with them was they wore out here because of the weight of the dagger. But this one's in pretty good shape. It wore just a little bit. So if you have an early RAD and you're looking for an early hanger, we got one. They're kind of hard to find. And this is all we got left. Just a so-so Luftwaffe. The leather's good. It's a mid-period. Again, see the thick throat. And this one has got a nice blade, though. That's WMW, which you don't see too much. And then one more first Luftwaffe. This one's an aluminum one with good gilded swazes and decent leather on it on both sides, and the nickel chain, and the blade is pretty nice. It's made by E&F Horster. It's not fully mint, but it's not bad. And the other side has a couple of little age spots in it, but it's not real expensive. So that's what we bought at the show. And I have some premier swords, but we just don't have time now. We'll do them in the in the next unboxing, I guess next week, because it's just getting too long, and I think I ran out of booze too. So, but anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I thank the people who did come to the Mac show. It was very well attended. It was a great show. We had a lot of sales, and a lot of them by brand new customers, which really makes you feel good, because I don't think I'm doing my job unless there's new people coming into the hobby. So it really made me feel good to see that, and a lot of those people came from watching these unboxings. So that'll wrap us up here for, what is it, 47, Ob?
Yes.
47, and it's September 26th, whatever, and we'll see you next week. And don't think I died if I'm a day late with a video. I know this can become a habit watching these, but remember, this is not all that easy to do every week, especially when you have things that, so bear with me a little bit. Give me a break, guys. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.